Now this question says if x and y are positive real numbers such that log of x square plus 12 to the base x is equal to 4 and 3 log x to the base y is equal to 1, then x plus y equals 0. Such a log के क्वेश्चन इतने सुंदर होते हैं हमेशा. log को हटाना है, यहां से log हटाओगे तो क्या बनेगा? x square plus 12 is equal to ये x to the power 4, सब एक तरफ लेके जाओ तो x to the power 4 minus x square minus 12 equal to 0. Simple factorization, it is x square minus 4 into x square plus 3 that is equal to 0. log तो गया ना, log का तो काम खत्म, वो बेचारा सिर्फ जाने के लिए आया था. So we get x square is equal to either 4 or minus 3. But x square cannot be negative, so this is ruled out. So we have x square is equal to 4. And दूसरा, it says x and y are positive real numbers, so x has to be equal to 2. Minus 2 नहीं लेंगे, ठीक. यहाँ से भी log हटा दो. If you remove log, you will get x is equal to अच्छा ये 3 log x है, 3 log x है, तो पहले first you send 3 inside. If you send 3 inside, it will become, say this is 3 log x to the base y is equal to 1. 3 goes inside, it becomes log of x cube to the base y equal to 1. So this x cube is equal to y to the power 1. So basically y is equal to x cube. And we already have x value equal to 2, so it is 2 cube. So 2 cube, that means it is equal to 8. So y value 8, x value 2. What exactly is the question? Question is x plus y. So x plus y is 2 plus 8 and that is 10. Option D, 10 is the correct answer, right? The question says let n be the least positive integer such that 168 is a factor of 1134 to the power n. If m is the least positive integer such that 1134 to the power n is a factor of 168 to the power m. This m is not here. This is 168 to the power m. Okay, then m plus n equals. Okay, first of all, you see 168 is divisible by 7. It is 7 into 24, that is 2 cube. Basically factorize it. 3 to the power 1 into 7 to the power 1, right? And 1134, factorize carefully. Is it divisible by 7? Let's check it. So it is 7 into 7, 1, 43, 6, 162. Yes, perfect. So it is divisible by 7. So eventually it is 7, 81 into 2. So 7 into 3 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 1. And we need a 3 and a 7. That is there. More, 3 is already more. Okay. And I need 2 cube. Here we have 2. So what should I do? I should take 1134 to the power 3. So that we get 7 cube into 3 to the power 12 into 2 to the power 3. What did I do? I just took cube. Okay, great. Now this number is definitely going to be divisible by 168. So the minimum value of least value of n, right? So least n is equal to 3. Now what do we need? Now we need that 1134 to the power 3 should be a factor of 168 to the power m. You see 168 is what? It is 2 cube into 3 to the power 1 into 7 to the power 1. And 1134 to the power 3 is what? It is 7 cube into 3 to the power 12 into 2 to the power 3. You see, even if I simply take 168, I already have 2 cubes, so no problem with that. 7 is already there, 7 cube is there. Okay. No, we'll have to take at least cube here. Look at primarily the main problem is 3 to the power 12. Here we have only 3 to the power 1. So what should I do? I should take at least, the m value should be at least 12 so that it is divisible by this number. We want this number to be divisible by this. Okay. So 2 is already there. 7 will eventually not create a trouble. The primary trouble is for 3. Here we have only 3 to the power 1. So for this number to be divisible by this number, to get 3 to the power 12, I should take power 12. So the least value of m, that is equal to 12. Okay. So n is 3, m is 12. Question is m plus n. So m plus n is 3 plus 12, that is 15. Option C is the correct answer. The question says the number of integer solutions of the equation 2 modulus x into x square plus 1 is equal to x square. Oh, is equal to x square. So what we can do here is, no, I think in the original question it was 5x square. Okay, it is 5x square. So it is x square plus 1 equal to 5x square. That is the original question of CAT, right? Okay, now you see modulus x square is equal to x square only, because square or modulus is going to be result in the positive value only. So just for the purpose of convenience, replace this x square by modulus x square. So 2 modulus x into modulus x square plus 1 is equal to 5 modulus x square. Okay, now you can take modulus x as a, just for the purpose of convenience. 2a into a square plus 1, this is 5a square. Okay, now bring all of them to the same side. So 2a into a square plus 1 minus 5a square is equal to 0. Take a common, you will get 2a square plus 2 minus 5a, and that is equal to 0. Simplify carefully. I'll write it here again. We have a into 2a square minus 5a plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay? Now we get, factorize it, 2 2s are 4, 4a square minus 4a, so 4a square minus 4a minus a plus 2 is equal to 0. So we have a common, 4a minus 1 into a minus 2 equal to 0. So the values of a will be 0, 1 by 4 or 2. Is that correct? I made a mistake. I hope you can see what is the mistake. This is the mistake. Yeah, this is the mistake. It was 2a square. I'm sorry. So 2a square. So if I take 2a common from here, we get a minus 2, right? So 2a common, a minus 2, and from here minus 1, correct. So a is equal to 0 or 1 by 2 or 2. And what is a? A is modulus x. So modulus x is equal to 0, 1 by 2 or 2. So the values of x would be 0, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, 2 and minus 2. But we need only integer solutions. Integer solutions will not be 1 by 2 and will not be minus 1 by 2. So 0, 2 and minus 2. These three are integer solutions. So answer of this question is 3 solutions. Okay. Now this is a very interesting question. It says let alpha beta be the two distinct roots of the equation 2x square minus 6x plus k equal to 0. So alpha plus beta is going to be minus b by a. So minus of minus 6 divided by 2, just 2. Minus b by a, that is 2. So 6 by 2, that is 3. And alpha into beta, that will become c by a. So k by 2. Now for the second equation, x square plus px plus p. X square plus px plus p. What is the question saying? The question saying alpha plus beta and alpha beta are the distinct roots of this equation. X square plus px plus p equal to 0. So 3 and k by 2 are the roots of this. For this, the roots are 3 and k by 2. Okay. So 3 plus k by 2 should be equal to minus p by 1, which is minus p, and 3 into k by 2 should be equal to p by 1. Wow. So what do we see? We see that k is equal to 2 by 3p or p is equal to 3 by 2k. That is from here. And from this one, 3 plus k by 2. K by 2 is equal to p by 3. Oh, right. So I think we can get the values of p and k both. So 3 plus k by 2, that is 3 plus p by 3. 3 plus p by 3 is equal to minus p. 3 plus p by 3 is equal to minus 3. So what do we have? We have 3 is equal to p minus p by 3 minus p. So minus 4 by 3p. So the value of p is minus 9 by 4. Minus 9 by 4. So the value of k will be 2 by 3 into, value of k will be 2 by 3 into minus 9 by 4, which is equal to 3 cancels 9 3 times, so, and 2 cancels 4 2 times, so minus 3 by 2. So we have got both the values of k and p. What do we need? We need the value of 8 into k minus p. 8 into k minus p. That is 8 into, what is the value of k? It is minus 3 by 2, and p minus p, so plus 9 by 4. Simplify carefully. So what we can do is we can simply open. So 2 4s are 8, so 4 into minus 3 is minus 12. 8 4 2, so 9 into 2 is 18. So 18 minus 12, that is 6. So answer of this question is 6. That's it. Now this is a very interesting question. It says the equation x cube plus 2r plus 1 x square plus 4r minus 1 x plus 2 is equal to 0 has minus 2 as one of the roots. If the other two roots are real, find the minimum possible non-negative integral value of r. Wow. You see, if minus 2 is a root, then x plus 2 is a factor. If minus 2 is a root, then x plus 2 has to be a factor, right? Now we factorize it. Now this is very interesting. You have to be very careful here. First term is x cube. So I need 2x square. Then only, if I take x square common, I'll have x plus 2. But the other side, we have 2r plus 1 x square. 2r plus 1 x square. We have added 2x square. So we need to subtract 2x square. So first you adjust this. So to x square outside, it will become 2r minus 1 x square. Right? Now for this, the next part should be twice of this, that is 4r minus 2 into x. And here we have 4r minus 1 into x. We created 4r minus 2. So what should I do? So plus x plus 2. Okay. So what eventually we have got is this entire item, check it, it can be written as x cube plus 2x square plus 2r minus 1 into x square plus 4r minus 2 x plus x plus 2 equal to 0. So what did I do? I have just broken them and adjusted like that. So this exactly same expression is written here, right? 2x square added, and here it becomes 2r minus 1. Here it was 2r plus 1, and so on and so forth. So you see, from here we have x square common. From x square into x plus 2, yeah, plus. From here, if you look at that closely, it is 2r minus 1 into x common. 2r minus 1 into x common, we'll get x plus. From here, 2r minus 1, if you take out, we'll get 2. X is already there. Plus 1 into x plus 2. So what happens? We get x plus 2, x plus 2, x plus 2 completely out. Okay. So x plus 2 into, inside we will have x square plus 2r minus 1 into x, 2r minus 1 into x plus 1. That is equal to 0. Okay. Now x plus 2, from there we get a root. And we need the other two roots to be real. That means for this is a quadratic equation. For this, the roots to be real, we'll apply the condition b square minus 4ac should be greater than or equal to 0. Other two roots are real. Okay. So b square, that is 2r minus 1 whole square minus 4ac. So 4 into 1 into c, that is 1, should be greater than or equal to 0. So what does that mean? That means 2r minus 1 whole square should be greater than or equal to 4. Yeah, 2r minus 1 whole square should be greater than or equal to 4. Nice. Okay, so from here we get 2r minus 1 should be greater than or equal to 2, and 2r minus 1 should be less than or equal to minus 2. So this one gives us 2r greater than or equal to 3, and this one gives us 2r is less than or equal to minus 1. This is ruled out because we need equation which has roots are real. Then the non-negative, yeah, it was non-negative. This is all negative, so forget about it. So this gives us r greater than or equal to 3 by 2, that is 1.5. So the minimum value of r will be 2. So the lowest possible non-negative integer value is going to be 2. So answer of this question is 2. Okay, that's a good question. This one is a slightly funny and interesting question. It says Vrishti went on an 8-hour trip in a car. Before the trip, the car had traveled a total of X kilometers till then. where x is a whole number and is palindromic. That is, x remains unchanged when its digits are reversed. Okay. At the end of the trip, the car had traveled a total of 26,862 kilometers till then. This number again being palindromic. If Bristi never drove at more than 110 kilometers per hour, then the greatest possible average speed at which she drove during the trip in kilometer per hour was. You see, suppose the speed of the car was s kilometer per hour, because x is already used, so we are using the letter s, right? In 8 hours, the distance traveled would be 8s. So this is the distance traveled during this trip. The total distance traveled by the car is 26,862. So x should be equal to 26,862 minus 8s, right? And we need the largest possible average speed value, that is, we need the largest possible s. Now, but we have to take care that x is also palindromic. X is also palindromic. Okay. Now, this is very interesting. I think this is just by looks of it, it's very clear that even after subtracting 8s, this value, whatever we get outcome, that answer should be still palindromic. That means forward, backward, it should look like exactly the same. And this being a multiple of 8, there is only one possibility. The largest one is 100. I mean, the largest value is 100, for which, if you take s equal to 100, this will become 26,862 minus 800. So this will give us 26062, which is still palindromic. You cannot take more than 100. You could have taken other values also, but yeah, here the largest value possible is simply 100. That's it. The question is done, over, right? Because the options are very clear: 90, 100, 80, 110. So I would rather see that there is no other possibility. If I use any other, it is not going to remain a palindrome. So answer has to be 100, and that's it. And that's the reason that I said it is a slightly funny question. The question says the minor angle between the hours hand and minute hand of a clock was observed at 8:48 am. At 8:48, the hour hand should be very close to 9. Hour hand should be very close to 9, and but below 9, and minute hand should be slightly above 48. This is minute hand. Minute hand should be above, right? This is 10. This is the angle that we need to find. So one thing is that we can directly apply at a moment HM, the angle theta between the hour and minute hand is simply equal to, that is simply equal to 30h minus 11 by 2 m, right? This is a direct formula that we can apply. So here h is 8, m is 48. Check what you get, and then you identify the minor angle. So 30 into 8 is 240 minus 11 by 2 into 48. 2 cancels 48 24 times. So we have 240 minus 264, and that gives us minus 24 degree. So the minor angle is 24 degree. That minor angle is 24 degree. The minus sign only shows that the minute hand has come from behind and it has crossed our hand. So don't worry about minus sign. Minor angle is 24 degree. This angle value is 24 degree. Now we want the angle to increase by 50%. So we want the new angle to be 36 degree. 50% more than 24 is 36 degree. So from 24 degree, see, this is the relative distance between the two objects, and this is also the relative distance between the two objects. That means the distance that is needed to be traveled is 12 degree. And the relative speed of these two, you see, minute hand speed is 6 degree per minute. ये सब याद रखना है normally. And hour hand speed is half degree per minute. Okay, so the required relative distance to be traveled is 12 degree. Minute hand will keep going further, so the angle will keep increasing. At one point it will become 36. But for that, the angle required to be traveled is only 12. From 24 to 36, only 12. Divide by the relative speed will be 6 minus half. So this becomes 12 divided by 11 by 2. Okay, relative speed is 11 by 2. So this becomes 24 by 11 minutes. Right? So the answer of the question should be 24 by 11 minute. Option B is the correct one. Okay. The question says a mixture P is formed by removing a certain amount of coffee from a coffee jar and replacing the same amount with cocoa powder. The same amount is again removed with mixture P and replaced with same amount of cocoa powder to form a new mixture Q. If the ratio of coffee and cocoa in the mixture Q is 16:9, then the ratio of cocoa in mixture P to that in mixture Q is. I think the first information is not required at all. Let's assume that in P, coffee is to cocoa is, suppose X is to Y. Okay. In mixture Q, it is coffee is to cocoa is 16:9. Right? This is a question of replacement. You are replacing some quantity out of P and replacing by cocoa. So we'll work with coffee. For coffee, this is a question of replacement. So we'll directly apply final concentration is equal to initial concentration into 1 minus R by V to the power N. Here N is just 1. Okay. So, oh yes, now I think yes, we need this original one also, because in the original one, in the original jar, there was only coffee. Okay, so there are two things that are happening. Anyways, first let's apply this. So we have final concentration of coffee in Q is 16/25. So 16/25. That should be equal to initial concentration is X upon X plus Y into 1 minus R by V. R is the replaced quantity, V is the volume. Now here, just let it be like this only. And let's compare with the original jar and P. So original jar and P, here coffee is to cocoa is X is to Y, and here original is completely coffee. So the coffee concentration will be 1 and the coffee concentration here will be X upon X plus Y, right? So if I apply the same for process here, final concentration, that is P, this is original, this is final for the first transaction. This is equal to initial concentration into 1 minus R by V. So what we get here is final concentration is X upon X plus Y, and that is equal to initial concentration is 1 into 1 minus R by V. So okay, so X upon X plus Y, 1 minus R by V. So replace 1 minus R by V by simply X upon X plus Y. Okay, so here in place of 1 minus R by V, put X into X plus Y. So what happens? 16/25 will become equal to X upon X plus Y into again X upon X plus Y, right? 1 minus R by V is equal to X upon X plus Y. So it becomes X upon X plus Y whole square. And 16 is 4 square, 25 is 5 square. So we get, if you remove square, you will get X upon X plus Y as 4 upon 5. So the ratio of X and Y will be, X is 4, X plus Y is 5, so Y will be 1. Okay, so the ratio of coffee is to cocoa in P is 4:1, right? Achha, the volume is same. So the quantity ratio of coffee and cocoa in the mixture Q is 16:9, right? So the coffee quantity, we want coffee or cocoa? We need cocoa. So coffee quantity in P is 1/5 of the volume, okay, and cocoa quantity in this one is 9/25 of the volume. So volume cancel, 25 comes here, 25 by 5 is 5 is to 9. So the required ratio of cocoa in P and Q is 5:9. Option C is the correct answer, right? It's a good question.